start talking while Coach Emilee goes and grabs a dog for our demonstration portion. But let me introduce myself. I'm Emilee Kienke. I'm the Veterinary Wellness Director here. So I oversee the Veterinary Center building in addition to the Canine Fitness Center. So welcome everyone, and I look forward to meeting all of you over the next year. Hopefully I get to see some of you. I know some of you came from afar, so thank you so much for being here and visiting. We had someone from Texas in the other group, so, oh good, all Floridian? Yeah. All right, very good. So what we do here in fitness is we have our dogs come in and we rotate through different rooms, but most recently we've been having, we have had a redirection of our fitness program and have created a new curriculum. One of the things that we've experienced here at Dogs Inc. is our number of transferred dogs has increased, and we wanted to use the resources that we have here on campus to help bring that number back down. So looking around campus, what do we have? We have this amazing Canine Fitness Center, and we have 3 amazing coaches here. So instead of just taking every single freshman that comes to campus and having them all go through fitness, we're focusing on the dogs that come in for freshman orientation. And as you know, they all receive a freshman orientation assessment, also known as IFT, and for training. And then they have what's called a BCL score, which is a part of the behavior checklist. So I take all of that data, me and the coaches, we look at it, and that's scored from 1 to 9. Any of those dogs that score 5 or below, we want those dogs because they have some challenges that they need a little extra boost with. So we here at Business, we really want to help them with those challenges. We look at 10 different objectives, like underfootings, body sensitivity, body contact with objects, noises. Just to give you an example of a few. Carmen, yay! Carmen. So once we select that dog, they could be like 5, it could be 15 out of the 25 dogs that come to campus. And we start having the coaches look through and take a deep dive into those BCLs and how they scored, any notes, any previous assessments that they had in their puppy land time, and look at that information as well. And they start customizing a individualized fitness plan for them. And then they start working at a beginner level, and then hopefully up to intermediate, and then advanced. That first crew of dogs will work for 4 weeks. We'll do another benchmark assessment, and then we'll evaluate their scores and we'll compare them to their IFT scores. Those who showed significant improvement or enough improvement, they graduate from fitness. For those that didn't have that much improvement, we'd like to work with them longer. Maybe they went from a 5 to a 6, but we still have a couple moderates and some objectives, especially core ones like underfootings or body sensitivity. We'll keep them an additional 4 weeks. One of our big goals here was to be able to work the dogs longer. Yes, ma'am.
What is underfooting?
Underfooting's wonderful question. So when dogs are walking like on pavement, it's texture.
Okay.
So they may have sensitivities to different type of textures that their feet touch. And as you know, as you walk around, the texture changes from even the sidewalk to going inside a building or into somebody's house. They may have carpet, they may have laminate flooring. They might go out to a pool area and they might have pavement, like pavers and stuff, things that feel different, or they might have to walk over things that are textured, that are kind of weird feeling. Dogs can be very, very sensitive to that. I'm going to have you guys all come this way and look in the windows. Coach Emilee is doing a demonstration to give you an idea of what a lot of our equipment looks like. Our coaches are always paired with at least 1 or 2 volunteers. And this is our agility room. So this is one of our more fun rooms that the dogs get to enjoy because we can set up a lot of different movement puzzles in here. And then they will rotate to 2 other different rooms. And each room that the dog is in for at least 20 minutes. Now within that 20 minutes, they can do what they need to do for the fitness plan. If the dog is just, I can't do this today, or I was able to reach that goal, and that was only 2 minutes, then we'll set them up for success and allow them to do exercises that they do enjoy and like. Or maybe they just need to be petted and massaged the rest of the room. That's okay. We just want to set them up for success or try to redirect them in a way that is successful. And then when they rotate the 2 other different rooms, they focus on different types of exercises in that. So like treadmill, or in the other physio room, they do different muscle groups.
Is this still broken down into confidence and the 3, or what was the 3?
So we are still looking at building up their confidence, and a lot of the things like flexibility come secondary to refocusing them on helping them build the confidence in those objectives that they may not be so confident in, like with the underfootings or noise, or maybe body sensitivity, body handling. The goal is by doing different physical exercises, they're so focused on that fun exercise that when it's paired with like noise that they don't really love, they become more confident with it. Because now they're learning, oh, when I'm doing this, that bell that's going off is not so scary. Or I'm able to go through these metals that make noise, and that's not so scary. Now that is a very advanced level. It takes some time to get there, but we allow them to learn these exercises, become confident with the exercises, and then start pairing them with some of those creative ideas.
And what are the other dogs that don't come to fitness? What are they doing?
So they're going through assessments just like the other dogs are. So if they're breeder evaluates, they'll be having cardiac exams, breeder walks. They have medical that they have to go through, and medical does their whole thing with their IFT, where they're getting a full physical exam, they're getting x-rays done, they'll get their hips, looking at their elbows, they may be getting spayed or neutered. They also have eye exams that are performed by a board-certified ophthalmologist as well. So lots of different things are happening, especially in their first 2 weeks once they come to campus. And then by week 3 from entering campus, that's when they start to learn what the instructors are and building up that bond with them and start their training from there. So when they're in fitness and it's week 3, week 4, they're not only getting fitness, but they're also getting time with that instructor as well.
I wish I could do that.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So I know right now the Puppy Raiser Fitness document is under kind of going a revamp. Are you able to share any of the ways you guys are looking to revamp that will be shared with Puppy Raisers in the future?
So that is still very much in discussion right now. That we'll get together.
We actually have new materials for freshman orientation
Okay.
that describe the fitness program and then what people can expect whether they're in the fitness program or if they're not.
Okay.
So we have new materials for that.
Is the document going to be going back out to puppy raisers with exercises in fitness that they're welcome to work on and at home prior to freshman orientation?
We haven't talked about that, but we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great. Good
Yeah.
idea, Jenny.
And then I just want to also keep in mind that for the dogs that aren't also coming through fitness, they are still enjoying a lot of enrichment on campus. So we have a large number of volunteers that go through and spend time with them. So whether they're at Canine University or the Service Dog Building, also known as Canine Assessment Center, they are still having time out of the kennel, doing things like puzzles, massages, maybe just relaxing with some of them.
All right. Sounds pretty nice.
I know, sounds really nice, right? Sign me up.
My freshman year was like
That allows for like a narrow passageway that is dark, really helps with body sensitivity because their body has to touch that. That is a very advanced level. And what's cool about the tunnel is that we can squish it so it's a shorter distance for them to be successful. Feel free to come up to the windows, guys. Yeah,
I feel like you're going through these exercises faster than they normally do.
Yeah.
Right, just for
Yes.
demo purposes?
Yes, this is
Okay.
just demo purposes. We do a lot more time with a lot of these exercises as long as the dog is willing to do it. Sometimes if they're not willing, the coach is going to try and troubleshoot it and redirect the dog to see what is successful and what the dog can and cannot do, and then they'll take note of that as well. So what we're on right now is called the wobble board. This can be really helpful for underfootings as we can put different types of textured surfaces on top of it. For example, a big sheet of bubble wrap. Without trying to pop it, I know, I would want to pop that all day. Or like a blanket to maybe make it more smoother, or a different type of substrate that makes it more texturized, and then the coach can keep it stabilized or maybe utilize her volunteer so that it's less wobbly. But we want our dogs to know that they're not just front wheel drivers. A lot of them come to campus and they only know their 2 front feet, which is fine, but we want them to know their rear feet too. So they should be always in all-wheel drive, if you want to think about it like a car. So a lot of these fitness exercises that we're doing is not only helping them with their flexibility, cardio endurance, building up muscle in their hind end, but it's also helping them refocus their attention on some of those objectives that are more challenging for them as well. This room pretty well, so we'll go ahead and skip on. I'm just getting back my weapon. What's up? How are you doing? Yeah, how are you? It's good. So these are our physio rooms. We did not skip those ones. They're twin rooms on each side. Like us in the gym, we want to go and work out legs every single day. So when we come in, we've got a back leg day, a front leg day, a core day, and a full body day, and it changes Monday through Thursday. So each time we come in, they're working on something new, so we're not overexerting one set of muscle group. And then normally, like the wobble board and stuff is in here, but we figured that's too small of a room for you guys to look through. That's why they're not actually in there today. This is our, hello. This is our treadmill room. When they first come in, the treadmill is all the way to the floor. The dogs that are in here right now are currently on week 4, so we've raised it up. But when your dogs first come in, the treadmill's on the floor all the way, and then we have it at like a 1 to 2 kilometers per hour speed. So it's just a leisure walk.
How long do they stay on?
20 minutes. So each section is a 20-minute. Yes, it's a 20-minute section. I mean, if they look like they're struggling on there, then we will pull them off. We're not going to be like, no, you have to stay.
While they're on there?
We do pet them while they're on. Actually, we use the licky sticks. Yeah, so they're constantly getting pezzed with the licky stick.
What if you don't want to go on there, Emily?
We go for walks. That was where I was going. So I will try my dogs, and most of the coaches are the same. I'll try my dogs every single day for that first week, and if they, by the second week, are still like, ain't no way, then we might do like 2 days outside and try 2 days inside, but I will slowly wean off, and I don't make them do it. They don't have to do it. And none of them do. They do not have to do it. But one of the things is if we do raise it up, it's like us walking uphill, so that'll gain muscles in their front legs and in their back legs. If they're here for maybe having less stamina, then we do typically keep it on the floor and just have them go faster so that they can gain the stamina. And then likewise the other way, if we are like they really need some back leg muscling, then we'll try to raise them up higher. Typically they will go up 1 thing per week unless we decide that they're here more for stamina. Do you have any questions? Sorry, it's really hot. Massage and aromatherapy room. We do have aromatherapy. This room probably gets more used the first and the second week that they're here. That's when they come in with less stamina. By the 3rd week, we are really trying to have them have better cardio. But the first and the second week that they're here, we are in and out of this room. When they come in here, we'll do a massage. They often get free licky sticks, and they'll just sit in there on the floor and just get some love. It's really funny because the 3rd week they'll walk in and they're like, I want to go this way. We're like, no, you're doing better. You can do the full 60 minutes. You got it. But it also gets used a lot more in the summer because it's really hot here. So we don't push them more than they need to be. We don't want any overheating dogs. We've got an assessment room with a vet table that we can raise up. That's okay. There you got it. Our waiting rooms, we don't have outside for them because they're only in here for about 1 hour to 2 hours at a time. They don't actually stay here overnight. So we'll go down to see you, maybe grab 3 dogs at a time, and while we're only working 1 dog at a time, the other 2 will wait in there, and then we'll bring them back. We've got, did she go over licky sticks with you guys?
No, she didn't.
We've got a green licky stick and a orange licky stick. One of them, the orange one is sweet potatoes and peanut butter, and then the green one is chicken stock and peas. The green one is salty, and the orange one is sweet. The dogs pick which one that they want. We have some dogs that are like, nope, I don't want to touch the sweet one, and likewise for the salty. If they come in and they're a wee bit overweight, we do try to push them to do the chicken one because it is less calories. There's like a 20 to 30 calorie difference between the 2 sticks. We do have the ingredients on one of the desks. If you guys want one, you're more than willing, or you're more than okay to take one. And this is the coolest room on campus, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else? This is our underwater treadmill. So the water that comes in here actually comes in from the pool outside. We're about a foot to a foot and a half off of the ground, and we've got tubes that come into this so that it is, if the pool is shut down for any number of reasons, then we can't use these. Where the water goes when it leaves, I do not know, but it's not here, and we don't see it, so it's just gone. But this is great for rehab and for fitness. If we have the fitness dogs coming in, we usually put it at about the 6 to 9, depending on their height, maybe 12 if they're real tall. And it's just about their elbow height, and it's used for them to go against the water. But it's also great for fitness or for rehab. We've had dogs come in with ACL issues, and we've also had dogs come back that are really overweight. So instead of putting them on the land treadmill and overextending their joints or just overusing them, we'll put the water in, and it's just like us being in the water, but kind of weightless. So they're able to do more exercise without all the impact.
Do they all like it?
No. Not all of them.
Really? So they don't like water?
They do not have to do it, yeah. This in the pool, we do try them, and if they're like, nope, that is
My
okay.
feet are not touching water.
Yeah, we do have dogs like that, and they're totally fine to not do it. It's not an expectation, but it is cool when they do. Do you guys have any other questions? What's up?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but, and I made a mistake. You guys do not mark them with the yes, right? Fitness doesn't, it's a lot of just encouragement.
We are.
Oh, you are now?
Oh, we are now.
Yeah, okay,
With our new
cool.
program,
All
we
right,
are now.
all right.
We weren't before, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of work. A lot of encouragement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pool is only 4 feet. All of our staff members, we're all like the same height, so we love it. We don't drown in here, and we do the dogs. It's great. We do test all the dogs in the pool. I haven't been because it's been really cold, at least this last week. But we do test them all in the pool. We each have 5 dogs. I would say that typically I can get 3-ish out of my 5 dogs in the water. I will test each of my dogs twice because they might just have felt uncomfortable with it the first day and then come back the next time and be like, okay, that wasn't so bad. We've seen it. It happens. They go home and think about it. So we'll test our dogs in here twice if they don't like it after the second time, or if the first time they're like, absolutely not, I don't even want to get my toes wet, they don't have to go in. It's totally fine. We'll have 1 volunteer and 1 staff member stand on each side and kind of do like a monkey in the middle type of game with them. Sorry, I didn't realize I'm standing in front of them. And then other times we'll have somebody stand on the end and we'll toss the toy back and forth. We don't, it's not fetch, but we do, they just have fun. They'll go in after the toy. And lastly, sometimes they don't love the steps, and that's okay. We do have a black ramp, so it does change up the coloring, and they're able to see it better. And we'll have 1 person stand on the end and put the ramp on our lap so that we can have them come in and go in gradually instead of taking each step down. Other than that, they just have a fun time out here. We've had up to 4 dogs in here at a time. The more dogs we get in here, the less actual fitness activity we're doing, the more fun that they're just having, but that's great too. They're still getting the exercise. But that's all. Do you guys have questions?